welcome back to the VB, which by the way stands for Veteran Bastards. I don't know, it's just we are a gaming clan that's been together for probably, wow, 15 years. And this is part 2 of my video series in showing my monster grinder. So what we've done is made a little jump thing that'll bring us all the way down to the bottom of the grinder in one fell swoop. And we're going to take you to what we've called the maintenance room. And that's kind of where the magic happens in getting all of our different levels, all of our different water troughs. I have to go actually back up a little bit to get to what we call our maintenance room. As I explained in the first video, this was a large X, which was the first 2 stages. First stage was small X, second stage was making that X larger. The third stage being actually adding a little additional room at the end of every X. Those additional rooms having their own individual drowning chambers, and as you can see, at the end of this X, there's one drowning chamber. We're 20 levels down from the top. There's another drowning chamber. Of course, there's another and another. Now I'm going to show you in the third part of the series my patented, I guess, way in which to drown any mob. But one thing we did is make these drowning chambers all lead to a central spot. So these 4 chambers all come and eventually empty out into a little window. I can't get to the right side of things. A little window right as my cursor's above it. And you'll see some stuff kind of drop down onto that little trough there. Why am I seeing it spinning? There you go, something dropped onto it. And I'll go below and just show you a little bit of this and how this works. And then the last part of the series will be how I explain to you some of the ways in which the water troughs were built and why and how some of those things work. So, in the middle of the original X is this main water trough here, right above my head. All these little guys drowning above my head. And then those other 4 chambers, those all lead eventually to this little trough of water we've just added on here. That brings things to our little collection point. And they drop right here, right above my head. All those little 4 other chambers lead to this little trough of water here. The water being held back by these signs, so the loot will just come down in these channels, drop down in here into this trough, leading to the end of this trough, falling down onto our collection point. The most items I've ever added up was 8,300 items an hour. That was made by sampling a 3-minute time period and multiplying that 3 minutes by 20. Alright, so that is kind of how this works. I'm going to do a third part which kind of shows you how I figured out how to make these water channels work, as I long ago decided I wanted to be a purist in my grinding and make it so that there was no lava involved. So I'm going to come back in the third part and show you how I accomplished that. There you go. Thanks.